Hello and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be working on this Taxus, also called yew. Taxus Bacatta is quite common here in England. You see them quite often in churchyards. So the tree has a little bit of history to it. It has been worked before by somebody. So somebody has been, some wire was left on here. So somebody was just had put some shape into this in the past. Also you can see a few gins made here, so there was a little start made, but it hasn't been continued with owners. So the customer has taken this project on and asked me to sort it out really. So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to just see what we're going to use and what's the best option for the tree, and we'll go from there. So there's lots of branches on here, but not all of them we're going to use. So we just, this one here got a lot of wire marks on, so we're not going to use that one. That's just too ugly. Like with any other tree, we'll just have a good look at the base, have some look at the branches. So we're going to have a little branch selection as well, so we know where we're at. I think personally this is a pretty good front for the tree. We don't really know what's underneath the soil, if there's some more root flare in there or not, but what I can see here now, this is quite promising. So but we'll see that later. So once we've done the work on it, the first work, then we can start repotting this tree, and then we'll know what's underneath the soil. So I think this is a pretty good front here. It got a nice bit of deadwood there, what has been made by the previous owner. So we can work with that. We've got some good thick branches here as a good basic structure. So all these little ones here we don't really need, because we already got good branches there. And then we got some in the top as well, but I think personally this is gonna be too big of a tree in the end. So even if we take the big one, the big branches out, and use a smaller one to increase the taper, and we're gonna carve the rest of the top a bit more, and even then it's just gonna be quite tall. So I think for the proportion of the tree, for the trunk size, I think a really good height should be about there. I think that will be a reasonable high tree. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna strip the top off, and then see where we're at then. So first, this branch over here, it's got some ugly wire marks on it, so we're gonna take that off. It's too small to make a little gin out of it, so we'll just lose it. That one got a little bit of wire marks on, but it's not as bad as the other one, so we're gonna keep that for now. That one just growing up. Don't want that. No, prune everything off what we're not going to use. It's very bare, but this is right back to the basics. As yeah, if you want to just do a easy job, you could just prune it over like that, and then yeah, you'll have a nice top on it, but it's not going to be any exciting bonsai. So for this, we're going to just go right back to the basics and just basically start over again. We're lucky we just got some good branches down here. So for my design here, we're going to use this as the top. So one of them branches will they just thin now, but in the autumn or in the winter, coming winter, we'll let it grow all season, all summer, and then maybe we can put some first shape into this over the winter, and then we can go from there really. So yeah, we got some good thick branches in there, so that just gives us already a little bit of maturity in there. So we only have the smaller one, the bigger ones are a little bit hard to, the thicker ones here, they're really hard to bend, so we'll not be able to bend them now, but we'll be able to bend the smaller ones in here, so we're going to do that in the winter. So for now we're just gonna have a little scratch around, peel some bark off. So this obviously is not feeding anything, so there used to be a branch there or something, as you can see here, but it's been stripped off. So we're gonna see where it's gonna be dead from. So not too far, so you can see here, it's just a change in color. So this over here is dead, and where you can see the pink, that's where it's still alive. Even it's not feeding anything at the moment, it's still alive. In time, naturally, this will just go die back, because there's nothing to feed there really, so naturally this will just gonna die back lower. So as you can see here, it's been dyed there. That's alive, that piece there. You can see here, just a little bit of swelling on the right hand side. And on this side it's just a little bit sunken. So that tells me that it's just dead. From here it just goes up there, up to here. Hence the branches are dead as well. So we're just not feeding anything. So the tree just drops the live vein basically, so I don't need to feed these branches anymore. So I can be lazy, drop this, and then put all my reserves, all my strength in the other live veins here, which are still feeding other branches. So it's still live there, so it doesn't go all the way up. So that's just the edge of it. So I want to just get right to the edge. So as you can see there, just a little bit of white starts appearing. This work you can also do with the carving tool, and then you can just gently just work your way from here towards the life. Basically, just find yourself the life thing. So because we pruned all the branches off from there on up, basically. We're going to strip this off as well from the bark. This is going to be a lot easier than the bark down there was being left on, the dieback bark. So now it just is quite still fleshy, still got sap in there, so this will be a lot easier to take off. So with anything up to here, so we go from here all the way up and then around there. So basically that it's gonna be all deadwood. Now we have stripped off the bark of all the parts we want to carve. As you can see here, we've got a piece down this way. And over here it's connected up as well, so that just goes down here where it's already dead. Made a little bit more deadwood there. This was already dead, and this was alive. So we're gonna have two parts basically. So some of the gins we're gonna short a little bit, but first we're gonna get the basics in. So we're gonna just carve some shape into this piece here, because this is all kind of one size all the way up. So we want to have a bit of variation in there in size, so a little bit more taper. So it looks a bit more natural there. So I have I've drawn a few guidelines on here. So there's the kind of shapes I want to carve in. So it just helps me just to visualize what I want to carve and what I want to keep. So some parts will be a bit higher, some parts will be deeper. So we're just gonna hollow this part here. That part there will be hollowed, and this part here will be a bit more deeper as well, so it creates a little bit of more shape as well. There is going to be a hollow in there. you.